Okay guys, today is another very important video for you guys. Jumping some real alpha today. So let's start right in. Today, from the beginning, I'm going to tell you the message is stop looking at the dollar pairs. That's very important for you to understand. You need to value everything in Satoshis. That is what you need to do. Because, for example, let's look at how AVAX is doing on a dollar pair, right? If you take a look at AVAX USDT, AVAX is doing fine, right? From the lows, it's sitting 320% up, 315% up. So you think, yeah, great, that's great. But if you take a look at AVAX on this Bitcoin pair, it's actually looking like this. So it's only up from the lows 13%, or not 313%. So there's what you need to understand. The dollar pair is not telling you really what the best investment is. You need to look at the Bitcoin pairs. And today I have this list for you guys, which I'm going to go over and simply tell you what my opinions are on these coins on the Bitcoin pair. These are mostly the coins that look good on a Bitcoin pair, but there are also some that are not looking that good. And I'm also telling you what I'm doing with the ones that are not so good. So if we start with AVAX. AVAX on its Bitcoin pair looks pretty good, right? You might think, yeah, no, this looks terrible, but if you look at the collective altcoin market, how this is looking against the Bitcoin pair, we can simply search for others against BTC USD, and then we get this chart, right? So if we take this, what we can see here is the red line is the the others chart against the Bitcoin pair. And if we took it on logarithmic, we can see better everything, right? So this is how AVAX on this Bitcoin pair looks, and this is how the collective altcoin market on this Bitcoin pair looks. And what we can see here is that AVAX clearly outperforms the collective altcoin market because the altcoin market made here a lower low, while AVAX made a higher low. Right? It's clearly that AVAX is at least not underperforming the altcoin market. This is what you want to do. Like you want to stay away from the outperformers. Yes, they will go up on the dollar pair once all the liquidity rolls into the lower coins. They will go up on the dollar pair, but you could be better off being in the ones that are outperforming already now. This is what you want to do. AVAX is an outperformer. It is outperforming the collective altcoin market, as you can just see here, right? So on AVAX, I think this is right now a great time to buy. Actually, we are sitting on major support. Every time we touch this support level, we bounce pretty hard. Of course, it could be that we break it now because support is eventually there to be broken. If we break it, I can see it coming all the way down here as the next really interesting level for me, which would be this level. This is what I would be looking then. But AVAX looks pretty nice to me. So this video is going to be a little bit too long if I cover all the coins. So I'm all just covering a little, yeah, maybe today a couple of them and another day then the next. Or if you want to have some specific coins covered, how I see them, you can always write me down in the Discord channel. I will be active there as always. So if you take a look at Superverse, again, compare it with the collective altcoin market, right? Clearly outperformer. It's outperforming clearly. This was the low on Superverse, right? We made the low a little bit, yeah. We came down here a little further on Superverse, where the altcoin market already was picking up. But then we went up hard and we basically never visited these lows again. And as you can see, the altcoin market took out that low, just like I showed you on AVAX. We took out that low, right? This would mean Superverse would need to take out this low, and we are so far away And this is on its Bitcoin pair, not even on a dollar pair. On a dollar pair, it's looking even better, right? Because Bitcoin is going up against the dollar. So we clearly have here some resistance level, and this here is obviously a support level. But that's obvious for me. Range high, range low. So whether buy here, then buying the top. So I bought again a little bit of support today. Looking great in my opinion, outperforming the altcoin market collectively. So even if we come down lower, this is an outperformer. And once the market picks up again, these outperforming coins will be the front runners. So I'm sticking with them. Next, Prime. Prime example, right? Again, sitting far away from the lows, outperforming Bitcoin heavily. I mean, it's outperforming Bitcoin by 150%. And Bitcoin is sitting now at around 100K. That's crazy. Really? So we do have here some resistance, right? This level is some resistance we need to take a look at. And here we also do have the support level. So if we can come down a little bit lower, this would be a very interesting level for me to add to my positions. As here we could see a bounce and see possibly an outperformance against Bitcoin. Next, GPU. I have GPU as my more safer bet for AI coins, but I also would like OXO, but I simply don't want to have too many coins in my portfolio, so I simply chose Node AI, but I like OXO just the same. Again, we have here, this is a pretty much support level. We ranged here, and it is not outperforming on this chart, for example, like Superverse, but it's clearly not underperforming. It's clearly not an underperformer because what we now remove it. Let's put it back in. Others against BTC USD. So as you can see, you will want to at least be in those coins that are not an underperformer. Right here, we made a lower low, and we did not take out this low yet. We are ranging on that, so to me, it's a pretty strong coin. And once AI picks up again and recovers, I see this going well. Doing very great. Of course, we have here, look, this very much looks like some strong resistance level, but the same thing, we are on this range, and I would buy the range low. It's that simple. Of course, we can come down lower. That's the risk in crypto, right? There's also a possibility that things won't go this way like you like it, but I'm happy to take this risk with having this much downside and this much upside. But this is something for you to decide. Again, also same with Node AI project that I really like and looking great on its Bitcoin pair. But we did not visit the lows again, sitting on major support level. I think this is also a great buy. Now S Fund, that's like I've talked a lot about S Fund, and I hold like S Fund is honestly my biggest position right now, and I'm not selling. I'm telling you that. It's not looking so great right now on its Bitcoin pair, but it's really just because it's not really IDO season right now. Because we have seen from the past that once these IDOs go crazy, launchpads are the biggest outperformers, right? Here we had a crazy IDO season, not even crazy. We saw like maybe 50x's. That's not really crazy. But here, all the launchpads were crazy outperformers. Like we are slowly grinding here to the downside, and we are still holding like this range, this support level where we bounced off here. Here we were also grinding to the downside, and then we took off. So I'm still holding my S fund. Their projects look much worse, and I'm simply a believer of S fund. I know that S fund will go up once real IDO season kicks off, so I'm holding it. Next, Nakamoto Games. I've talked a lot about Nakamoto Games. And Nakamoto Games looks really strong, right? It had a crazy one against Bitcoin, and it's holding the lows since 2022 easily, right? Most of the coins aren't even that strong. So I'm saying Nakamoto Games is for me a no-brainer, actually. Right, we have here like you can see it here. This is some serious resistance was here, support. So we are touching this right now. I think this whole level is a great area to buy and DCA. That's what I'm doing with Nakamoto Games. Same with Creo Engine, right? So Creo Engine is sitting far from the lows and still holding them pretty nicely from the low. It's still up 777% on this Bitcoin pair, which is pretty significant. So we have here some major, if I remove this box, this was some major resistance level turned into support, tested it successfully, and right now we are a little bit of struggling here. So of course we can come down lower. This whole area basically is for me a great time to buy. Now, for example, wider world. I talked a lot about wider world, but wider world actually is not looking that good on its Bitcoin pair. We are making lower highs, low lows, right? Okay, we took out this high, but this was simply only a internal change of character. This would be the really bullishness if it would take out this high, which we didn't. Lower lows, lower highs. So I sold a significant amount of my wider world simply to be in the strong projects which I talked about up here. And same goes for actually, where have it? Playable games. Playable games had its really nice, really strong here support level, which actually broke. We tested it here perfectly, and I got rid of many bull tokens because this simply looks like it's going way lower. So I would rather, right, sell here than regretting to hold and then sell it here. I simply want to make the most out of it, and that's the way to make the most out of it. Same goes for decimated. Like those are all the risky plays. I don't have much in them, but I got rid of most of my decimated tokens because this simply lost the support, and we are now free fall, falling knife prices probably. No one knows when we will actually find that bottom range. Once I see in those coins a bottom range, then it's getting interesting for me to buy. But right now, this is simply going down, so not interesting for me. So ChangeMT is another very strong one, but this was the range where we bounced off. Same was here, and if we can go down again, this will be a no-brainer for me. I will add up so heavily. Like, yeah, we can take a look at Ronin, for example. Ronin, same thing. Is this for me a no-brainer? Right? Look at the support box, making higher highs and higher lows. We haven't taken out this low yet, which we could, which would be no problem because it's still outperforming the collective altcoin market. So you get my point. Watch your portfolio and simply see what is performing good against Bitcoin and what is not. That's what you want to do. Be in the outperformers, because once the market picks up, those outperformers are going to go especially good in this against dollar. Of course, those coins which are not outperforming against Bitcoin, they will go up against dollar eventually, but you simply won't see the gains that you could see if you are in those outperformers. So I shuffled up my portfolio a little bit, made those changes, and I think these will be very important once we see the shakeout and then the reversal in an alt season. My message for today is simply don't look at the USDT pairs. This is not important. You need to look at the Bitcoin pair, because if a risky altcoin, right, Xverse, if a risky altcoin is doing this on its Bitcoin pair, then why the fuck did you buy it? Yes, we are sitting on some support here. I'm still holding some of my Xverse, but once we break down here, then I'm gone with Xverse. I'm going to tell you that. So these are really risky, and I think for this amount of risk, then why didn't you just buy Bitcoin? Because you clearly see if this chart goes down, it means you could have made more money with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the lowest exposure to risk that you can make in crypto. With the lowest risk asset, you saved so much money with simply being in Bitcoin and made so much money. This is 90% down against Bitcoin only from this moment. So there's no point in staying in this coin unless we are seeing a bounce here. And this is the risk really with those low caps. So I hope you like it. Like it if you like it. Bye bye.